Start of a new year, and believe it or not, I've actually got a new injury. I have actually torn the ligaments in my left ankle, and the last ankle injury I had was my right ankle, which is the ankle I've had most bother with. But I've actually torn the ligaments in my left ankle, which is the leg I've actually had the operation on my knee a few months ago. So I actually done it yesterday morning. About dinner time yesterday, actually. First, I thought I just actually sprained my ankle. I went over on it going into getting into the shop. I thought, ooh, and I hobbled. I could actually hobble on it a little bit. And I sort of used I had my walking stick at work, so I used it. By the end of the day, it was up like a pudding. And like my wife wanted to take us to the hospital. I said, that was just a sprain. I've done it before. I've sprained them before, but as I'll see what it's like in the morning. So this morning I got up, got out of bed. I'd like strapped it up with I put some tubal grip on yesterday and I took it off last night because my ankle was that swollen, was a bit tight. So I just put like a wet crepe bandage on and tried to take the swelling. And the swelling did go down a little bit. And like this morning I went to get up and I went to put my foot down and I put my foot down and I was nearly in tears with the pain. The pain just shot up my leg. And like my wife Claire says was like, alright? I said, just my ankle. I said, still a bit sore. So she had a look at it. She said, see you can put any weight on it. So she had, like, try to get us up on my feet and put my foot down. And I couldn't put any weight on it. So she says, look, you better get you to the hospital. So I got myself ready and we went down to the hospital. It was quite busy, so I was there quite a while because it was non-urgent. And I saw a doctor. He examined it. Commented about the scar on my knee. That's what that was off. Explained. And he said, "Was my knee hurting?" I said, "No, I said, my knee's all right." I said, "It's my ankle." And he said, "Right, we'll get an X-ray done." He says, "It could be a small break." He says, "The fact that you walked on yesterday, it's probably not." But he says, "There is a chance it could be broken." And so they X-rayed it, that, and then they done like an MRI on it, and they said, "You haven't broke it, but you've actually torn some ligaments in your ankle." So he says, "We've got a couple of options for you. So we can put a plaster cast on this, which is quite heavy." He says, but he's with you having the operation on your knee. He says, we don't really want to do that. So he says, I'd recommend you put a worn boot on. I said, I'd ever had one before. I says, yes, I had one on me. I've had it on my other ankle a couple of times. I said, I've had a lot of bother with my other ankle. I says, this leg has always been my knee. I says, both my knees aren't great. But I says, this ankle wasn't great, but I said, it wasn't too bad. So I've got a walking boot on. If it heals all right, if it starts to heal I'll probably have it on 6 to 8 weeks. If it starts to improve after 2 weeks, that's fine. If there's no improvement after 2 weeks, they will actually have to put us a plaster cast on. There'll be two options with the plaster cast. Option one would be about the same size as what I've got on now, but as a plaster cast. If that starts to affect my knee and starts giving my knee a lot of pain, I'll have to have a full leg cast on. So I can, with having the walking boot, he says, if I can weight bear on it, but try not to over walk on it. Like try to take your weight off it if you can. So I've got my friend's back crutches, and I've got my walking boot. So I'll show you how I'm getting around. It's, to be honest, pain in my ankle is quite bad. I was actually having a good Christmas apart from my back being a bit bad last week, so I've actually got a support on my knee. And the advisor is to put one on. Just he says it'll help ease any pain in your knee. I can't wear a long one because of that, so I've got actually one of my lightweight ones on. But offered to give us one, so I've got them in the house. So you bear with us while I try to get up. I'll show you this walking. First of all, weight bearing, which I can do a little bit. I can't walk very far weight bearing because it's quite painful. I'll show you without putting my weight on that leg. I just like keep my knee slightly bent. For those that haven't seen us in a walking boot before, I'll show you. That's just, oh, that's, that's just the support I've got advisors to put on my knee. I actually had it with us. Just be a minute. Oh, that's held down a bit. Just a bit. Angina. For those who've seen the videos in the past know actually do have angina as a result of a heart attack. So that's how things are going. I was actually having a good time, as I said. My back was a bit sore last week, so I had to actually wear like a lumbar support on that. It went off on work day, Boxing Day actually. I was putting my shoes on. I just straightened up and I thought, oh, like a twinge in my back. And I thought, ah, and like, no, yeah, I was. I was putting my shoes on to go out on Boxing Night for a meal. Yeah, I still went out and I was in quite a bit discomfort when I came home. I sort of like sprayed it, and the next day I got up, it was still sore, so I put like my lumbar support on and I wore that for till Thursday, and it started to ease up, and I took it off. I took it off New Year's Eve, and it was fine. My knees never bothered us at all. Actually, I haven't since my last video. I've hardly worn my support. I sometimes wear it when I'm in the shop if I'm going to be on my feet a lot, just to stop it actually acting up. But so I've got this on 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully 6 weeks. They said it could heal in 4. But they said like with my age and history of ankle problems, although this isn't really my really bad ankle, I, if I'd had a cast on, I would have had a cast on 6 weeks. So they said with this, try not to weight bear on it too much. But I did say like I do have problems with like my other leg, my ankle on that leg and my knee. So I said if I start getting bothered with that, just support them as well. So that's how things are going. Um, Hope everyone out there is doing better than me. Tomahawk, I hope you were doing all right. Would love to see a video on your knee. Jacko Berry, I'm glad your ankle's getting better. Like to see an update again. Anybody else out there who's injured, please feel free to post, ask us questions. I'm always more than. Oh, sorry, I'm not having a good day with me angina. More than willing to answer questions. But that's how things are. My angina has actually been alright till this afternoon. Well, actually, just till now, it's started to flare up a little bit, but it's one of them things I think I have to put up with. But that's it for today. Thank you.